actually...
Goodness, this voice, so annoying. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's actually Pebble Beach Golf Course.
Oh, wow. You took that? You took that photo?
Yes.
That's beautiful. Great photo. Michael, how's it going?
Very well overall. A few hiccups, few challenges, but I'll get into them later. But I'm okay. How about you guys? Yep.
Great.
How's travels? Have you left?
Yeah, I'm about to, yes. I'll be, yeah, so next week when we have the call, I'll be in California. So I'll be on the phone, I'll be on the call with you for a moment at the end, okay? Just to go over a few things for the mastermind, okay? Overall, great preparation. We just need to make sure we are succinct because there is so much material and we give enough time, right, for people to ask questions.
Yeah, cool.
Great. All right. So, hi, Shannon. How's it going?
Good, good. Okay, hold on, because I just tried to get my, let me see if I can see myself. I don't know if you can see my background here. Sorry.
Yeah, beautiful. Is that where you are? Or is that a virtual background?
Okay, there we go. Okay, so I had to sit in the right place. Okay. I had this set earlier, but now it won't stack up. Okay, there we go.
Is that a real background?
Yeah, it's a virtual background.
That's virtual. Okay, beautiful. That's your workplace, huh?
Yes. Well, that's what we created this so that way people could see the different lines of insurance that I do.
Yeah. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I had
professional.
Said I need something for my backgrounds here because doing Zoom meetings and things like that. So
yes, yes. Do you have a headset or something like this in mind?
No, I just use the audio on the iPad.
Okay, make sure for these calls it's mandatory to have a microphone because it takes a lot of bandwidth so we can hear you better. Okay.
Okay, I can turn it up. Maybe that's what it is. Can you hear me better if I speak loud?
Yes. Just for the future, make sure you have a mic, okay, an actual mic, headset or a mic.
Okay.
Yeah, because it picks up, when it's is required for everybody across the board in all meetings, because it's a Zoom thing. Or, yeah, when there are many people, it picks up here and there. Everything.
Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, while we're waiting for everybody else to join, hopefully there'll be more on time. Let's do a quick review in terms of any insight, any win from last week that can be related or unrelated to the work we've been doing, to your goals. Sometimes the universe just surprises us, right? And then see if there is anything that from last week you want to continue working on this week, or if you perhaps are open to just changing topic. And this week there will be a new area that we will be exploring. So let's start with Gary.
A win for me last week was I got to the end of a project with a client, and we've got clarification and confirmation that they want to do some more. So preparing a proposal for phase 2 of that. I thought we were going along okay to progress down that path, and that's been clarified. So that was a win for me last week. Yes, I've still got some work to do on what I was looking at last week, and it's a bit more about myself and getting myself thinking a little differently about how I communicate. So I've got some more work to do on that.
Yeah, great. Good job, Gary. Great momentum. Keep it up, okay?
Yes.
Very nice. And you come visit us to California eventually?
Eventually.
Great. Okay, and let's hear from Michael.
Oh, well, I've been still with van problems. I was off the road and on the road again, picked up Friday and it's off the road again. I've got a pile of customers that's difficult with communications, and it's been a very tricky week, but I'm fairly proud of how I've held it together, and I've done all sorts of things to do that. But balanced life has been a major strategy.
Yeah.
You know, like bit of play, bit of helping out others, still trying to clean up when I can't do that, do something else. So I think I've implemented a lot of what I've been working on this week pretty well. And as you know, I've been working on that other thing with yourself as well for the mastermind.
Yeah, you're doing a great job with that. So I know everybody's very excited about it. So that will be next week, intercontinentalmastermind.com, and we decided to call it Universal Economics. And of course, it's going to be based on the methodology, number-based that Michael will teach us. So, Michael, is your van insured?
Not for mechanical problems. I'm talking with one or two people about sourcing some funds for a new work vehicle, but you know, I've never sort of borrowed that much from these people or anything before, and it's a very tricky situation. It's just been that 1 weak link for 12 months in the business. Van trouble can throw everything, so it's a really huge risk area for my ongoing operations. I will fix it up. It'll come back. It'll cost more. It'll come back, and I'll get all the jobs done, and then I'll be but for about 3 months, I've lost a lot of momentum the business had, which was flying with a lot of work, new quotes. And so I've just gone slow, but I'm not letting anyone down at the moment. Anyway, that's too much time. On the next.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So we wish you well with that. We trust that you'll get it to work. So let's hear from Shannon.
Okay, I've been having a CRM on my list for quite a bit of time because I'm not organizing my clients in an efficient way. Yes. So I did subscribe to a notification system. So now I'm going to be replacing my appointment setter with automation. So it automatically will call the leads, it'll text them, it'll email them, it'll hit those 12 touch points that we know as humans we fail at because with all good intention, we don't always follow through with our jobs. And so that will be, I was able to work out the financing and things with them, and that worked out really well. And then that should launch either Thursday or Friday at the latest of this week. So I'm really excited.
Beautiful, fantastic. Look at you. You're becoming like Gary, the automation system master.
Yeah, it's important these days because people don't answer their calls because they're being inundated. So we have to have non-conventional ways like texting and not so much email, but at least texting.
Yes.
To get their attention.
Absolutely, yes. Figure out their preferred methodology, and if we don't get them one way, we'll get them another way.
That's right.
All right, get them. Good job. And Phouphet, welcome. We're reviewing last week.
I'll just continue to work on my, last week I was just working on my relationship with my daughter. And so she has a final this week. So I have been, making sure support her the way she asks. So that's what I've been doing the whole week.
Great. Great. Okay, good job. And by the way, looking really good. Keep it up, okay? Is that your daughter in the back there?
No. It's my sister.
Very nice. Say hi. And let's hear from Veron. Welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Last week was following up the deals, some it's just following up. It's not finished yet, but it seems making some progress. Yeah, that's the main thing. And that is in the middle of the week, but then in the end of the week is more relaxing, you know, because there's various conversation going on. That it's, I think it might have some news these 2 days.
Yeah. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so maybe aim the camera so we can see you a little better, Veron. You got beautiful background there with your nice flowers, always. So well done, everybody. Way to wrap up that 3rd week of the month and give yourself lots of love. And now we are going for this week. We will meet again next week. So since we have 5 weeks of the month, this week we'll just focus on play. Okay, and then next week we'll look at charity and different ways where you can maybe sample your products and services to attract more clientele, but we will look at that next week. So for this week, let's look at play. So we tend to be a bit of workaholics these days, and forget to smell the roses. I'm guilty of the same. Play, though, when you involve playful activities, even with clients, that brings a lot of great renewal energy, and they'll want to stick with you. They'll want to more of what you have to offer. So, you know, even big corporations do a lot of these fun building rapport games and type of activities. So, and they've noticed that really brings much more energy, not only personally, but also professionally. So today, when you think of play, think playful activities, not only for yourself, but also the clients that you serve. Can you do that? Yeah, okay, because I think you'll get double whammy. I know you'll get double whammy that way, because that's what I do my best to do as well, to implement as well. Bring more play to both my personal and professional, and that usually goes a long way. It renews people's energy, gives them a new perspective, a little bit of refreshment and regeneration. So play is the area of focus for today. Again, personally and professionally, okay? And let's get clear on what exactly we could do more of that to reach our long-term goals, okay? So, yeah, so, you know, like for instance, I am with this corporation I've been contracted with to do work. I am tomorrow I'm doing an inclusive leadership workshop, and I really start with play. I put Follow the Leader. The song is called Follow the Leader. I can play for you one of the next times, and I have everybody stand up and dance and follow the lyrics. Do the best to interpret what the lyrics are saying, but at the same time give precise instructions so people in front of you can follow easily and have fun. It's not so easy as it sounds. So that's a fun way to bring more energy to maybe a difficult topic of conversation. Yeah, because inclusive leadership, with everything that's going on these days, sometimes it's not so easy. So or perhaps, you know, rewards. We always talk about rewards to redeem after you complete your actions from week to week. Those rewards you can share with clients or a professional prospect. Yeah. Okay. So those are just some ideas. There you go. But you get more. So let's get there. Let's do a little bit of grounding exercise. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take some long, deep breaths in and out. For each breath, go longer and longer. Inhale long and exhale even longer. Good job. Keep doing that and let go of some of the seriousness that we bring to our life. And bring in, inhale, some more playful energy. That's right. Yes. Because after all, reality is neutral. It's up to each one of us if we want to have more fun with it or be serious all the time. Of course, a good balance of both is always the best. That's right. So breathe in more rest and relaxation and fun. Exhale any stress and what no longer serves you. Good job. Beautiful. And now you are ready to open your eyes and do our fun self-reflection exercise. You're gonna write one or more things you can do within your fun, play, energy in your life to progress personally and professionally immediately and long term. Okay? And start. Right. Good job. Here's another example of fun activities for you later to maybe get inspiration. It's called moneyleadership.com. Is going to a leadership retreat that I'll be holding next year, mid-July, in Italy. And it's full of games because it's always fun to learn leadership through games. And that was the topic of 2 masterminds ago, okay, in March as well, if you want to listen to the recording. So yeah, just remember that, okay? So let's see what came up for you. Let's hear from who would like to share. Raise your hand under more, or let me know in the chat box, or unmute.
I'll go.
Sure.
Okay. So for short term, I have a few things here. Play games. I do a lot of education kind of games, but more fun games like mystery. I like the hidden objects and things like that to have more stuff to do. Taking walks and enjoying nature more. That's one thing my friend I was talking to the other day said, well, when do you get out of the house, Shannon? I said, well, I work from home now. She's like, don't be a vampire. Get out and enjoy nature. Don't take vitamin D. God gives you vitamin D every day with sunshine.
Yes.
And so, she's kind of hard knocks, but, she's teaching me a lot. And for the long term, I put to take a vacation. And when things settle down a little bit, or even right now, invite some friends over to play some games, or maybe go to a place where we can play darts or pool and just have some fun and chill out a little bit.
Yes. Great. Okay, very good. And did anything come up for professionally, what you could be doing with clientele?
I thought it's tough in my business because there's so many rules, but I thought we have something cute for people that are aging into Medicare when they take the step to enroll in A and B, have some kind of cute little reward for them, a little card or something that says, way to go, taking the first step kind of thing. Or if they're applying for Medicaid, taking that first step that I've taught them to take and acknowledging them for taking that step.
Okay, good. Yeah. And you can do this for everybody. You can give free certificates, with an actual seal that makes it official for certificate of achievements or whatever, if you upgrade them, graduation, anything, on canva.com. It's free. Okay. It's really good. Okay, great. Okay, good job, Shannon.
Thank you.
And let's hear from somebody else.
It's us Aussies that are still waking up, but
right. Where's your coffee mug?
I just hearing all these people not jumping in to share. No, it's a tricky one for me. I just want to flag that. I think I have fun all the time enough, but to raise it up or to focus on it, I've got a bit of work to do. But I've identified some things I like doing, and I guess I feel fun doing it. I've identified the main blocker seems to be that when I'm not feeling great about situations or goals, I'm not going to just jump into having fun. So I've got to find a way of breaking through that, and knowing that getting a bit of fun in there can sometimes just turn the other situation around. So that's just my share at this stage of the journey on this.
And what would that fun look like for you?
I think I have a slightly different persona when things are under control. I just joke around a bit more, and I see quirky things, and when things are less under control, I am more serious, and it escalates to a point where people around say I'm sort of kind of no fun. I'm focusing too much on things that aren't good enough, and I need to get out of that. So it's just keeping it. I guess, but I might have a problem needing things to be under control to let myself have fun, and it's not that I'm a control freak, but it's a bit of a story, but there's a bit of a map.
Yeah. Well, you work in a very creative industry. So I think you have to keep fueling that creativity. You're going to do a great mastermind on numerology with us next week. And who knows, maybe your landscaping clients could benefit from a group reading here and there about, you know, what plants are best for them and for their health and so on, right? That could be fun.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm probably even more extroverted about things I shouldn't be with, like political stuff, than I am with bringing up the numbers to clients and high levels, because some of these topics are too volatile, you know. And so I could say now, because it's my previous occupation, I'll just say this to everyone, I was right into the numerology, very accurate, and interviewed on TV and taught short courses and did all this stuff. But I pulled away from it because of some issues and stresses relating to it. It wasn't paying the bills, and I was copying a lot. My family just about wrote me off for the topic matter that I was invested in for religious reasons. So
sorry.
These days I don't do much with it, but it's just society's not ready for some of the implications of it. It's a real rattler to some of our science and religious takes on things. So that's just the numerology thing. But I will do an inspiring presentation for sure. I've got some great ideas on it. I think you guys will love it.
Wonderful. We're looking forward. Okay, don't give up, okay, on your talents. There is always a way to apply them, incorporate them with whatever else you're doing. This is for everybody because everything is connected, okay? All right. Sounds good. Good job, everybody. Give yourself lots of love. Let those creative juices flow through your body, mind, and soul, because really, to make money, to have success in life, more success, you're already successful. It takes creativity. It really does. So play will fuel, regenerate that creativity, and therefore your finances, your career, your relations, all of that is going to improve as well, your health as well. Okay, so continue that visualization on your own, okay, like we do when we take the deep breathing. And by the way, there's some great visualizations for free on YouTube. So use them every time you feel overwhelmed. That happens at least once a day for me. So, and it's a great way to just follow a guided imagery and with breathing, let go. Okay. So I put some nice music for you and keep that visualization of what that play, having consistent play in your life, whether it's once a week, once a day, once a month, you decide the frequency, what great effects and outcomes will bring to your life and the life of your loved ones, including your clients. And go. Great. Okay. So how did it go with this visualization? Let's hear from Phouphet, Veron, or Gary. I've not shared yet.
Okay, so I'll share first. So how others' life, to me, I associate play as a just free, just to be, free to explore, going with the flow. So to me, I just, doing what I felt I believe in, I think it's one of the step to transformation is to believe and value in that, to continue to identify to that belief and value, the visualizations that I want to create, which is to grow and be a better person. And so I could contribute wherever, or connect with people and environment and work that I want to contribute, progress in a better version of myself. So by applying what I learned, how to improve my state, at the same time remembering, the environment, the people, like families and work and co-workers and stuff, just remembering who I'm surrounding, how I can impact their life and support while I'm also growing. So that's, to me, is playing. And I think it's not only delivering what I believe, but also be role modeling and impacting them. So we never know who we change, their situation at that moment by us being a better person.
Okay. And how will it be more playful? And what exactly will make it more playful?
Just like, to me, if play is flowing. So like example, like my daughter. So when she wants to study, she's stressing out about her final. So just, going along and expressing my joy when she's, stressing out, and she'll post stuff and talking to me in a stress mode, so I'll go with the flow and said and act in the opposite, just playing around and posture. But at the same, I point out like how our body posture and stuff can even make it enhance stress. So reminding her, like, just instead of she's stressed, she knows she wants to pass her test. So instead of stress and doing that, so just when I acknowledge that, and I just, like being happy to tell her to change her posture, her state.
Sure.
So, I'll play around with her like that, and then we continue to focus and study.
That'll be great. That'll be great. That will improve her performance as well. Yeah, with nice breaks in between. Excellent. Good job, everybody. Great. Okay. Anybody else who wants to share?
There's a couple of little things I'd like to add.
Sure.
I just remembered a big chat I had with my housemate the other day, which was all about whether or not it was appropriate to see life as a game. And there's a personality type stuff, but many of us do see it that way. And then it comes down to what kind of sport you are. And sometimes when we're serious, we're still aware that we're in the middle of some sort of play.
Sure, sure.
And the other thing I want to say about play is that I reflect on how cats play when they're little, because they're actually learning. I learned that they're learning survival skills with that ball of wool. So it might be a snake later on, but it's a ball of wool right now.
Yeah.
And so play has got so many really deeply important things into how we find ourselves and what kind of sport we are and how we choose to play. And that's a journey in itself. That's my add there.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, why not? Of course, you can see life as a game. So sometimes, though, let's say if you're using real money for investments, that's not a game. Like if you lose it, you lose it. Whereas with Monopoly, you can play it's a game, right? But yeah, so I mean, but there are different risks associated. But I think if you see it as a game, that will life as a game absolutely will help you have some more fun in life. Good. Well, we put out come back, right? Like an Australian boomerang. So good job. Thank you, everybody. Give yourself lots of love. So how could you do more playful activities? Okay, these playful activities that you identified. And by the way, there's a lot of great examples also on the internet, you know, for icebreakers, fun icebreakers. If you're maybe talking to a new prospect for the first time, there's a lot of fun icebreakers. Or if you're presenting to a new audience for the first time, like for instance, for you, Michael, next week, chances are though the audience is, you know, the audience. Michael, make sure you, by the way, promote it, okay? Promote it a little bit on your social network, in case I forget to mention it later, about the mastermind next week. Okay, good job. So feel free to strategize with each other, maybe do some research on the internet to see what else is out there that can bring more fun to your personal life and professional life. So you are going to do this with your partner, okay? One person will do it with me. Let's go. Shannon, stay in here. You'll do it with me, okay? And go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little scared of this.
Don't be scared.
Because my accountability partner, she really hammered me in on Friday. Okay, so she says I'm too structured, but I'm a military girl. Structure is positive for me. Some see it as negative. So
are you really a military girl?
Yeah, I was Air Force. So
oh, wow, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, I was you know, I've always been I call myself a rule abider, you know. I'm one on the straight and narrow, but she's like, you're too structured. Like I told her, you know, I don't leave my bedroom until I do my workout. She's like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in a jail just even talking to you. And I'm like, get over it, you know, because that's my discipline, and disciplines are order for me. And that's productivity for me. You know, I know I'm doing a good thing and I'm holding myself accountable.
Yes.
So when I think about this, I think I need to set time aside. It's the only way I can figure without, once we start the coaching, you know, I just see time as the way that I can make room for things like this. So, you know, like my day, do I break it like with the deep breaths? And like I mentioned, I'm doing the neuro gym training. So I've been doing that where I can refocus during the day for 40 minutes and stop and just get back on track. But to play games and take walks, and she wants me to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to walk, and I'm like, that's not going to happen. But just getting out more, I try to do that through the day. Like when I go downstairs, I just go, I started a garden. That's my new hobby. I love it. I check on the plants, make sure they're all happy and doing their thing, and it's very fruitful for me. And that lightens my spirit, because I know my spirit's a lot of times heavy. And
sure.
Like the last question you're asking, you know, I think people want to be around me, especially my son. He's like, Mom, you're always working. You're always just doing stuff, you know? And that's what my friend, she said, Shannon, be a better mom for your son, you know, be the lighter side of life for your son. And I'm like, okay, I have to find a way to give myself a break in life. Because I feel like, you know, I think as I've had that conversation, I've caused this situation I'm in financially, because I've had so much control over it that I have to learn to let God take care of everything. And maybe my faith and trust wasn't as strong, and it never is as strong as we think it is. But trusting that He's in charge, you know, in charge of everything, not me, and me holding on by every second of every day. But you know, a lot of that there's the whole history of my childhood and everything. And I try to act like that doesn't exist, but that was 20, 18 years of my upbringing. So it's, you know, a little less than half of my life now. So, yeah. Or more than half, less than half. So I think it's just setting time aside. Like I've tried to stop my days at 5 o'clock and be more center focused, that I need to be talking to people every day, but give myself a break at 5 or 6 o'clock and say, okay, now it's time to do something fun. Like I have a puzzle. I got a 1,000-piece puzzle that I started working on that it's been sitting on the kitchen table for months. And I'm like, no, I like that challenge.
Can you eat on your table because there's a puzzle?
Well, I put it on the side. It's just me and my son, so it's on the other side. But it's there. It's supposed to be reminding me to do something fun, but it hasn't done that for, I don't even want to admit how long it's been, at least a few months that I haven't touched it. And I'm like, well, you know what? I need to get back to that and just do something different, and, maybe turn the TV off and play a game or do something different that's just fun so that I can lighten the load a little bit.
Sure. Yes.
Sorry, too much time there. Sorry about that.
No problem. Okay. Let me tell everybody to switch. Okay. So that sounds great. How old is your son?
He's 17 and a half.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's almost 18. So there's a lot of, I'm trying to be the professionals. I want to bring him into my business. So that's trying to get my business to a level where I can bring him in sort of as an employee, so I can put him on the right track to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Quick.
Just you and him in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
I pay other people, so why not pay him?
Exactly. Why does he like it? Seem to like it so far? Is that one of his passions?
Well, because I'm doing the automations now, he's very shy. So I told him, I'm doing the automations now. So now you just check for automated texts coming through or automated emails, and then you can just respond to them. You don't have to interact with someone.
Sure.
Talking, but like my one of my uplines, he said, Shannon, I was the most introverted person ever until I started seeing how much money I can make in this business, and you become an extrovert right away. So I said, well, maybe it's a process, but he's very shy. So I know I just told him most of the time we call people, we're just ringing anyways. And if they pick up, then hand me the phone,
Yes. Great.
That's what I'm working towards
it'll be good for him to, it'll be exposure.
Yeah, sales are the hardest knock in life. So if you can get through that, you can get through anything.
Yes, exactly. Great. Very nice. Good job.
Thank you.
So, okay, great. And now, things are reopening over here. So there'll be many more possibilities.
Yes.
They're working for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Doing more face-to-face now, which is kind of weird. Like I had 2 appointments on Saturday, and I was just so frustrated with the radio dial and changing the station so many times. I'm like, gosh, I haven't been on the road this long for quite a while.
Yeah.
But it was nice to get out and talk to people and build that rapport. And you see they're just relaxed when they're with me. They know they're in good hands, and I'm taking care of them. And so it's been really nice. I had 3 face-to-face last week. And so that's what I'm trying to, with automation and everything, get more face-to-face contact with people.
Good job. Nice. Very good. Welcome back, Veron and Phouphet. Were you able to give each other some ideas?
Yes.
Great. Yeah, for California is about to open up. That's where Phouphet is. I'll be there next week. So there'll be more possibilities. And I think UK, same, and same for Australia. Things are opening up. So slowly but surely. So more possibilities. So give me 10, everybody. Good job. And perfect. So, all right. So then you will be held accountable to at least one playful action between now and the next 7 days. And choose a good one that will move you forward. That'll be fun. And let's see what you come up with. Okay? So there's no right or wrong, but make sure that whatever you commit to, you get to do. And start. Great. All right, let's see what you got. Okay, so go ahead and type your actions here, everybody. So Michael will be clearing his garage. Okay, by doing resources for spontaneous fun activities. Okay, take a photo of that. Okay, we want to see that. And we support you through with it. Good job. You're very creative. Okay, so Phouphet, post 2 topics by Friday to see who have more interest. Where are you posting it? In your members? Where are you posting it? Unmute. Phouphet.
Facebook.
But what do you mean? Is like just
to play with the some idea that I was one of the coaches gave. You know, they said narrow down my interests and then just choose to and then see where I get more interaction and then just continue to focus on that one. So I'm just, you know, focusing, playing with my clarity idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so is this for both your business and personal to get ideas for both fun activities?
Yeah, for business. For business.
Great. Okay, sounds good. Good job. And Shannon's gonna play a game. Very good. Excellent. Okay, Veron, ask a IT friend how to add images to text. Nice, nice. Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun. People like to receive those fun little emojis that are 3D, three-dimensional. And Gary, Sunday market. Yes, because now it's open, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's some on that I just had a quick Google, and there's a few around that are not too far away.
Yeah, great.
Because we're in the middle of winter. Not the best time, but that's okay.
Right. Okay. All right, sounds good. Have fun with it. Maybe take a photo, okay? Finally, now that we're out of quarantine. Good job, everybody. Give yourself one more pat on the back. And you get double whammy this week. You get a reward for being playful. So we're truly reinforcing this new habit in our brain to bring more light, more joy, more fun, more ease to our professional life and personal life. Okay, so what would that be? So in a way, you almost get 2 rewards, but the first one is an action. So you get a reward for your action. So for me, for instance, I'm taking a trip. It's for professional reasons, but I'll make sure to have some fun. It's by the ocean, so lots of long extra walks on the beach, and I don't know, maybe some fun could be. I'll leave a little budget for maybe trying a new gelateria, gelato shop or something. Veronica, park, beautiful. Great. Phouphet, park as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, I think we need that now that finally things are reopening. And you can also post it in our private Facebook group, okay? Nice. Okay, so if you, so I'll see you next week. It's Memorial Day here in the US. But we will be having a call anyway, even if I'm traveling, hopefully. I mean, I'll be in San Francisco, I think, if Silicon Valley doesn't have a good reception, then we are in trouble. So let me give you. So I want you to, so I'll remind you about the mastermind next week, but if you can just this week, make sure you sign up for free, okay? Michael will be the amazing co-host. Invite your friends, it's free, but they have to register. We need to have a head count. And so they register here. Let me, oh, okay. Okay, so here we go, intercontinentalmastermind.com, all right? And will be a lot of fun. So enjoy, everybody. Make it a great week, okay? Keep that beautiful art of yours open and that big smile of yours flashy. So have a great week. I'm going to be around for a moment if you have any coaching related question. And I'll see you soon. Have fun.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Great week, everyone.
You too. Enjoy Rumikub, Gary. Sounds like fun.
Pezzini?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question because, like I said, my friend was, I'm a very sensitive person, so I thought she was a little hard with me on Friday, but I also understand it's a life of hard knocks sometimes. But she was saying that my neurogym training that I'm doing, which I feel is important because it's helping to train me on respecting money and to better control like my subconscious thoughts and my conscious thoughts, which I know is making a difference because of decisions I'm making more quickly and different things that are happening in my life.
Yeah.
But she said, Shannon, which I appreciate the compliment, she said, you're already awesome. You're the best. You're very good at your job. Your clients love you. You don't need to do these extra things.
Yeah.
And for me, that's important. But I guess I have to think she's from a different, maybe a different perspective, or she doesn't take, I take things like this. I'm trying to improve myself every day. And I think it's important, but she's saying that I'm sort of, probably on the extra sensitivity side, but saying that I'm putting too many little things in my day like that, which I don't think that's, a bad thing. I think that's a good thing that I'm trying to improve my thought process and, improve the way I look at life. And you have to, I forget who I was listening to. Michael Chandler was being interviewed. He's a UFC fighter, and God, what an amazing speaker. But he said, you coached through high school and then you grow up and then you don't have coaching. You just kind of figure life out as you go. And there's a lot of truth to that,
Sure.
So I feel like it's good, for right now where I'm at, to be sort of self-coaching through this program and learning, or self-developing, I should say, learning new things and better ways to, kind of handle things. Cause that was a big struggle of mine, is making decisions. And now with this training, I feel like I'm making quicker decisions and I'm determined in those decisions. But I just kind of want to get your thoughts on that. And she graduated from John Maxwell's coaching. So she's a coach also, but I brought her in as an accountability partner, not a coach.
Yeah.
I was telling her about the program that you guys offer. And she said, well, what kind of value are you getting from it for that cost? And I said, well, they're just trying to make it affordable for people. But she kind of thought the price wasn't right for what we were getting. And I said, I don't agree with that. So I just kind of want to get your thoughts on it, because I'm proceeding, I'm moving forward. And I know that the training is helping me in different ways in my life. And I shared things with her you know, are we the only one on the call right now? Is there anybody else?
There is, yeah.
I'm still here, Shannon. I hope you don't mind. Yeah.
No, that's fine. I think that I think I shared this with the group a few weeks ago, but she doesn't realize, you know, the accomplishments that I've had over the last 90 days. Back in March, I shared with the group, which I've learned to be comfortable with sharing my successes, is not drinking every day. That was a big deal. I tried to be affordable about it and would buy 2 boxes a week. I mean, I was drinking, I would have a few drinks, and that was my accountability partner was saying, well, that was your escape from life. And I believe we need to have that. But I also realized I was detrimental to taking care of myself. So I've taken that out of my life. I don't take it out completely. I mean, I have a drink here or there, but I'm not making it a daily thing. But I told her, I shared it with her, and I said, you know, you don't realize, like, no one knows your life, right? I mean, unless you're sharing things with them, and how much I've come through, you know, how I've succeeded at things I put my mind to. My determination is strong. And she said, gosh, Shannon, I had no idea, you know, because I don't share this stuff with my friends. But I said, I'm taking things one step at a time, and I know that I'm bettering myself every day. She said, you are great. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not enough to say you're great, because we are a molded being that is always tweaking and twisting and, you know, making us just a little better here or there, or, you know, we're never going to be perfection. Only God is perfection. But, you know, I feel like whatever I can do, because like I think I mentioned with the group, I feel like there's like a quad or maybe 5 parts to it of success. Success isn't just making money. Success is being the best person you can be, you know, neurologically, you know, spiritually, professionally. I don't know how that looks, but that's the image I'm seeing in my mind, is about 5 in the quadrant.
Can I jump in for a sec, Shannon?
Sure.
Just so much of what you're holistically representing, I've been living all my life too. I picked it up somewhere that I'd make my life better and get rid of my inner unhappinesses if I worked at every single thing I could possibly find that had to be done. And,
right.
You know, I think the answer to the duality of perspective between your take of your self-esteem and your achievements and your accountability partner suggesting that, you know, you don't have to do all this extra, you've done enough, you're already good, that they're offering that as a moderator, and both truths are true. My self-esteem is good when I realize not just that I've got a long way to go and I'm committed to it, but that I've done so much already as well. And we get to where we get. And I don't know, Elena's the professional, but I also know that all this psych stuff is very hard to actually comment on too deeply. But from a participant to a participant, as long as I don't get it too wrong. But that's just something I found, is that we have to pat ourselves on the back and like ourselves and like our life. And the most important, I'm really harsh on people that go, like I send them up, I go, just take the afternoon off, or just call it good enough and send it, or just don't worry about getting that other part of the picture because you've got most of it and that doesn't really matter. I just call them all the lower your standards people. And that's their path, that's their life, and that's not your life. And they'll be friends with you so long as they don't feel guilty because they're not treating it like you are.
Right.
You let them be how they want, and you get permission to be as thorough as you feel is necessary. I still hold that with my gardening work. If someone thinks, don't worry about doing that, but I think it's really important, even if there's no time on the clock, I'll get it done because it's not done without it. So that's just for me. I don't, you know.
No, that's good. That's what I figured. You know, people do, you know, my son, he's 17, and he's like, Mom, you never take a break. You never do this. But like you were on the whole call. So, you know, I'm prior Air Force. Only served 4 years, but that is the principle of my life. Like, I like order, I like disciplines. Disciplines for me, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I've disciplined myself to not be reliant on drinking. I'm proud of myself because I've disciplined myself. I think I shared that game that I play, Elevate. I'm 93 days consecutive on it now because I built a routine that I know daily that I'm learning new things and I'm bettering myself as far as intelligence and math and English. And different subjects that we don't challenge ourselves as adults. We just kind of move through life. And then with the neuro gym, so she's like, well, you're regimenting for your workout. You've got 20 minutes, you've got 40 minutes for your neuro gym, you've got 20 minutes for your brain. And like her head was ready to explode, you know. But for
you
me,
know what, you know what, when you've got all these things going on, you've just got to choose to have fun being you. I've got so much in common. I've been through the drinking thing, and I say that I've really been through that too, even until recently. Like, I still wrestle to not go into my 2.5 bottles of scotch a week mode. So it's very important to pat yourself on the back, but have fun with everything. They live how they want to live. You have, because Elena, the reason I think this has happened, because the same thing happened to me in this call. There's so many wounds when it comes to how much fun is your life when you're the responsible person. And it all opens up and you're like, oh, but everyone's having fun before they've done all the doing. How can I just have fun? But you just got to keep doing the doing and have fun while you're doing it. And I've got a lot from this call because I solidified that stuff and knew that I had things I had to do. And I just injected a couple of little bits to make the whole thing more fun. And that's what I do with a heavy gardening job too. One little tweak that makes me very proud of the sign off, and all the rest was hard work, but I got to do that little thing at the end.
right.
Just, we've got to energize ourselves when other people don't do it. And so as accountability buddies via this call and this group, you know, we've had this chat. So
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. I really like that. Lower your standards, people. That was really good. And then, yeah, I am the responsible one that, like, I was thinking, you know, she's married, you know, she has dual income. I'm a single mom. It is what it is. I'm not saying anything negative about it. But I have a lot on my shoulders, you know. I have to juggle. I got to keep everything floating, you know.
yeah,
That's a
the
lot of
big key,
responsibilities.
you've just got to not have to defend yourself. It doesn't matter where, you know, don't worry about defending yourself. That's important.
It's the sensitivity, the oversensitivity that becomes the defensive mechanism, and their behaviors I have to work on. Because immediately she said stuff and I'm like, how dare her? And I'm like, well, let me constructively break this down. Okay, she came from the heart and she loves me and she's trying to, you know, advise me, but I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that, you know, but it's that tug of war. But I appreciate your insight. You've been very valuable in these sessions, so I appreciate it.
Cool.
Thank you, Shannon. I'll give you my 5 cents, and then these were more than 5 cents, but you can do whatever you want with that information, and then we go from there. So you know, I understand she's a coach as well, but between the two of you, you have an accountability partnership, right? Which is
Right.
different. Accountability partnership is you just hold each other accountable. You know, you check in, make sure you did what you said you were gonna do. That's it. If she offers, like we do in the breakout rooms, some suggestions, you can take it or leave it. You know, even in coaching, you know, coaching is not consulting, subject matter expert or therapy. So I never tell you what to do. You know, we explore things together and you decide what's best for you. Okay. Right. So if a coach tells you what to do, it's wrong. That's not the definition of coaching. So they may give you some strong suggestions, but still you ultimately decide what to do. And so if you feel bullied, or if you feel like you need to please her or please somebody, sounds like there's a little bit of that, then it's on you, it's not her, okay? But she shouldn't, maybe there's a little bit of fuzzy boundaries there. So review your, you know, the scope of this relationship so that you can keep it to that and move forward successfully.
Yeah, that's what I did. I came up with a 4-bullet agenda, because we are friends and we haven't caught up for a long time, but that's not what Fridays are for.
Yes.
Fridays are stay on, but she didn't like I said, well, I think we should know if we accomplished the goal, and if we didn't, why not? She's like, well, I don't think we need to address the why not. I'm like, well, that why not's very important to me, because I set a goal that I meant to achieve. And why didn't I focus on achieving it?
Yeah.
And that's the accountability part.
But it's beyond, that's honestly coaching. That's beyond accountability. But if that's what you want, if she's willing to do it for you, then go for it. If she doesn't want it for herself, you don't have to ask her that question.
Yeah, I just
I
sent
do.
her this week, I just sent her my goal and then she can say, did you hit it or not, you know?
Yeah.
And I just have to scale her back because she's a real estate agent. That's her job. She obviously didn't follow the John Maxwell, you know, whatever, you know, but you're the person I would want to be my coach. That's the coaching position. You know, she's the just to kind of buy time right now, the accountability, just so I have someone checking in on me to say, hey, Shannon, you know, what you doing?
Sure.
You know what, Shannon, just quickly on that other big topic you just brought up. I've had help from Elena on this and quite a bit of other coaches too. When I fail to do something that I said I was going to do, both truths matter. On one hand, it matters why. If you want to if you think it's going to happen again, the failure, you go into it. But on another hand, it doesn't matter why. And this is when someone's late to a meeting, they shouldn't have to tell me they've had a flat tire or anything. They can just say, I'm sorry, I'm late. And it doesn't matter why. And sometimes the coaching's a bit got a loving side to it, a self-loving and a being forgiving of yourself. And if sometimes kicking yourself, as I learned from Harv, kicking yourself over not doing something or a change is one way to guarantee that it happens again. Just don't kick yourself. And so why it didn't happen is not always essential. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Okay, thank you.
All right, stay strong, stay true to what you want, okay? Please yourself
Okay.
first and foremost. All right, you're welcome to stay, honey. I'm gonna coach Michael a little bit for our upcoming mastermind.
That's okay. I'll head out because I got to do some stuff. And then I appreciate you guys and you guys have a great week.
You too, okay? Take care.
Thank you.
Say hi to your son. Ciao.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. So yes, I totally forgot to mention, let me just stop the recording.
Look, when I